Hey everybody, welcome to Just Give Me the Mic. I am your girl Coco. Y'all know we do our thing here on BronxNet. We interview artists, poets, we have live performances, and some hot interviews. So I hope y'all been enjoying the show so far. Tonight's show is really special. We have some Violators in the building, if y'all know about Violator Records. If y'all remember the history, Chris Lighty, the founder of Violator Records, passed about a year or so ago. So we're gonna talk to some people that actually started the company, the record label with him, and gonna give us a little insight on what they're doing, what Violator is about, and what Violator is today. So we have them coming up, DARRYL Thompson, and we have Chris Ali gonna be in the building. Also, we have GW in the building, representing Queens coming through. GW got a hot new project that just was released. So we're gonna hear about that and we're gonna see a live performance from him. Also, our next guest is Songless. He's gonna do R&B for y'all ladies tonight. So we got an all-male review, as we call, that's going down tonight right here on Just Give Me the Mic. So I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. Just put in justgivemethemic.com. Also check us out on Video Music Box TV 1. We also host a show. I co-host a show with Ralph McDaniels called 16 Bars. And we actually have, a lot of hot videos, a lot of hot cypher shows up on YouTube. So you can actually check out both channels and see what's going on with Just Give Me the Mic. Also, we're on Blog Talk Radio. You can go to www.blogtalkradio.com/Coco4869 to listen to some online interviews that we've done also in the past. So a lot is going on with Just Give Me the Mic. Make sure you support us, check us out. We have 4 group pages on Facebook, so you can check us out for that, for promotions, for parties, for events, and also for 16 Bars. You can catch all of that out on Just Give Me the Mic. Look me up, Deborah Coco Slater, on Facebook, and also Tasia Macklin, the publicist of the show. Make sure you check her out as well to find out some of the latest moves that's going on from the both of us. So again, sit back, enjoy the show. Just Give Me the Mic is in full effect, and I am your host, Coco. And we about to do this, y'all. Don't go nowhere. All right, hey everybody, I am back. Remember I told you I was gonna have the Violators team with me tonight, and I'm so excited. We have Chris Ali here, we have DARRYL Thompson also, and we have Fred Jacobs in the building tonight. And we're gonna sit back and they're gonna tell us a little bit about the journey through Violators, right? Give us a little history and let us know about Violators then and now. Is that okay with y'all?
It's good with us.
Okay, now who gonna set it off?
The oldest.
The oldest?
Although I'm the oldest, but Violators really started before I came involved into it. So
Tell him, Chris.
I let the light-skinned brother here with the glasses that look like Malcolm X start it off so we could get this busy.
See how we started?
Hey.
First of all, you came out throughout the whole government on the TV right now. What's going on with that?
What? How people gonna contact you later on for, people gotta know your real name unless you got an alias. We could go back and rewind and do an alias.
I had an alias.
It's not
good.
Sticky D, right?
It was.
That was Sticky D. That was the alias.
That was it.
Okay. So, Violators, everybody knows, especially, rest in peace to Chris Lighty. That kind of brought a little light back on the whole team again. I actually seen the whole team at MF1, right? They had a tribute to Chris Lighty, remember? Mm-hmm. That was about a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had and I got to meet a lot of members, that was part of the team that I never had a chance to see. So, break down the history for us. Like, how did it actually come about? I know Red Alert was a big part of it too, give us a little bit of the foundation.
All right. I'll try to make it a little quick for you.
Okay, take it.
It started all in Union Square.
Okay.
We used to go there regularly every Friday. Chris Lighty. Baby Chris Lighty, yes.
He
used to meet me at B. Altman's because I used to work on 34th Street in B. Altman's when it was there. Mm-hmm. We'd jump on the train. It was my payday.
Oh.
My payday was our money for Friday.
Oh. For Friday? Okay,
for Friday.
I know
the
back then we talking about years
over.
ago. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. You already know.
Yes.
We wasn't getting that much.
No, we wasn't. No.
So we get on the train. We head ourselves right straight down to Union Square. We meet Red in the front, help them bring it in. And we started off in there. And
you mean the crates?
Yeah.
The music? Is that what it was?
You don't understand. Them things were heavy.
No, I can imagine.
Red traveled with crates.
Wow. Wow. So what was your position when you first started like working? Was it like, help, runner? Like, was you?
I'm not gonna say a help or a runner. We got together and we helped Red get into the, we pulled the crates in, we went inside, and then next thing you know, we started just messing around inside.
Okay.
It was me and Chris, my cousin Tone, he's in Arizona. Shout out to you, Tone. Anthony Warrell, love you, baby boy. See you soon. Romeo, that was the 4. We started it off, and we was down there. When we was down there, we actually was like chasing women.
That kind of was the start for a lot of guys in the industry. And it wasn't basketball or sport, it was the music.
Yeah, because we was in a spot, Union Square, and Union Square had nothing but women coming in there at that time.
Okay.
And if you came in there with a girl, she was getting taken by one of us.
Oh, wow.
It was
y'all
just
was
that
vicious.
simple.
Y'all violated. That's how it started? That's how the
where
name
the
came out?
violator name came from, because Red said, yo, y'all a bunch of violators.
That's where
violators started out at. Basically, it's like that. That's how just that simple.
Wow.
Just that simple.
So how did it branch off from y'all, going to different events, like you said, Union Square with Red? How did it branch off into like the business?
First, before you got to the business, there's other things that happen.
Okay, tell us about it.
The other entities was that me, Big Rod, shout out Big Rod and Black Jesus.
Yep.
We was more Zulus and from Bronx River.
Oh, okay.
So we started coming down to Union Square also to meet up with Red. And I used to come down there going, yo, Red, Bam sent us down here to help you.
We got
special treatment.
Special assignment to come down here and help you.
And the fact that we used to come down there deep. Like, we go in there, Bronx River rolled in there, at least about 20 of us deep.
Yes.
I remember, what was the name? Darvin Levy used to be getting upset with us.
Yeah.
Coming down there and just taking
And he's the one that really started putting us more together because he already knew they was the violators.
Okay.
And then when we came in, he'd be like, you damn violators always doing something. And back then, I was kind of wild. I get into something quick.
Oh, okay.
Compared to now. Back then, any problem happened, the first thing they say, Chris Ali did something. Chris Ali did this.
That name was always out there.
I was always out into something. So we started getting together because we got into a big brawl with Brooklyn.
Oh, Union Square. That was kind of like the central at that time.
And when the guy that was performing earlier, he just brought back reminiscence because the theme of the record that we tore down Union Square was The Bridge Is Over.
Yeah.
Right.
And when that song came over, we tore down Union Square.
Y'all did?
Yeah, because it started, Red will always started off with
MC Shan's joint.
The Shan, with Stetzer's joint, Go Stetzer, and then do the MC Shan, and then he had cut in South Bronx with that thing
Lord.
like that.
Wasn't that major? That was like the first major rap battle, right? Wasn't it? The MC Shan, he couldn't. Sorry, I love Queens to death, but he can't mess with Karis. Karis was off. His voice alone was like demanded attention. So, but continue.
Yeah. So, when he started mixing, Brooklyn is in one way, the Bronx is in another. And, Brooklyn was notorious for stealing stuff while inside. They were snatching chains on the regular.
Chains, everything back then, right?
It's so packed in Union Square that when you walk through, you already knew you was in trouble. So if you had a chain on, didn't matter who you were.
You better tuck it in and take it off.
They even knew. If they saw a little piece,
they saw a little glitter.
Somebody sneaking around, homeboy. That's when you right here, you coming through.
I remember that.
Goes around,
I remember that.
Snatch it off your neck.
That's it. And it's a whole mob. Who you gonna go after? Exactly. So that's crazy.
So that's how it used to start off. They started doing that. Then they started, next thing you know, we started having beef, Bronx and Brooklyn.
Wow.
And Bronx River.
Bronx, it was history.
So that was around the time y'all actually met. You too, Fred?
No, I come down the line.
Oh, you down the line. Okay, so I'll be back to you in a minute.
See, that's why.
Okay, now y'all two.
That's why Darryl says more that I'm the older, because Darryl used to go to school with my sister. Him and Chris Lighty went to school with my sister.
Okay.
So I was much. I'm a couple of years older.
Oh, I got accepted to Gompers.
Samuel
I said,
Gompers.
Too many guys in there. I said, I can't go there. I won't go to class.
Gompers Stompers.
I wouldn't go to class there. I'd be in the halls all day long.
Gompers Stompers.
So you had the whole run with the Union Square, and you did everything Red. Y'all was, supporting him. So where did Chris come in? How did that?
Well, Chris had already
been part of that.
He had already been there, and we started doing more. Red started his own company.
Okay.
He had Red Alert Production, RAP.
Okay.
So when he started doing that, he had Red was like, he was like the next one after Def Jam that had a record company with managing artists, which he had Queen Latifah, the whole Flavor Unit.
Wow.
He had
Who are some of the artists that was involved?
right. He had Jungle Brothers. That was
Yes.
Mike G as his nephew.
Yes.
He had
Brothers, you had
Tribe Called Quest. Who else? He had
Daylight,
Wow.
Queen Latifah, Moni.
Moni.
That was such a movement.
So yeah, that
right?
whole native tongue.
Yes, the whole native tongue.
movement along with Flavor Unit.
He's a new school.
Oh, leaders of the new school too?
No, he don't have them really. They came later.
But they was.
They came later. But
Okay.
so all that, Red started doing that, and at that time, before Flavor Unit branched off, he also had this guy named Funkin' Klein.
Right.
That used to help Red, and that's how Flavor Unit broke off because they didn't want no white boy to be telling them what to do.
Oh.
So they broke off and started Flavor Unit, Piece of Shakim and Latifah because they doing their big things with their
Yes.
stuff. So they branched out and did that, and then Red got more into DJing because he was getting called all over the place.
Was he on the radio at that time?
He was on the radio. He was DJing all over the place, all over the the United States, all over the world. So he had enough time. So he had
Red
Chris.
was like one of the hottest DJs out at that
So
moment.
that's where Chris kind of like
Chris
stepped
started
into the
stepping
forefront.
into the forefront, started being more a manager type of road manager type of stuff going on the
Okay.
road with Jungle Brothers. And I remember like back in the day, you talk about like the money now compared back then. We had to do almost like 10 shows to get $5,000.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the times have really, really
So-
changed.
So that's how that was, and with us at the same time, we started coming close as a group, doing a lot of things together. Everywhere Red went, we went.
Yeah.
And Red was on the radio, we was on the radio.
Wow.
We started making commercials with Red, doing commercials with Ann Tripp on the radio, with Jeff Fox, and Red started introducing us to a whole variety of people, to the
Okay.
fact that we had a record deal with Virgin Records, and none of us knew how to rap.
Wow. So what did they sign y'all for? Like,
Well, we never
y'all
signed
supposed
up.
to put out, like, what was,
Never even signed.
oh, you never signed?
No.
It's just that he
But you
wanted
said
us-
you had to talk at the table, right?
Because of the reputation that we had and everything that was going on and everything was violator.
Yeah.
My man from Virgin was like, I want that group.
I want that group now.
Okay.
Come on,
Y'all like, okay.
sign
what y'all
them.
want us
We
to-
need you.
We couldn't rap for nothing.
That's funny.
So we couldn't
I
rap.
find an interesting point that you just mentioned about the Flavor Unit. I didn't even know that Flavor Unit was a part of Violator at one point.
No, not Violator. It was part of Red Alert Production.
Red
Right.
Production. Oh, I
Right.
didn't even know that.
They was a part of that because that was under Red when they first started. Like I said, they was in that black movement, so
Okay.
actually they didn't want to mess with Funkin' Klein.
Okay.
And then Funkin' Klein left and went to LA. He started running Def Jam West when he went out to LA.
Oh, they kind of had different
Right.
divisions.
Right, and then when Chris started road managing Jungle, I started road managing Quest. Then I
Okay.
was a little older than Quest, so me and them didn't really
Okay.
click. And then Darryl started road managing them. So all of us started doing things around the same time. But Chris kept more into it.
Okay.
He kept into it at the time that I had to go to work. I had a son, so I had to go.
Yeah, you like, look.
I had to go
Like
get
you
some
said, 10
benefits.
shows
Exactly.
a night, man. Come on. And nobody, you
was-
can't do that all the time. You
For
know?
real, it was one time that we was on tour in Harlem. We did like about 4 or 5 shows in Harlem, and I had a pocket of about maybe $5,000, $6,000 just
Wow.
because of 5 or 6 shows. Come on.
Wow. Yeah,
5 or
times
6
have
shows
changed.
today, you
Well,
almost got
tell
like
us
a
little bit-
$500,000.
Tell us a little bit about, because you were actually a part of the change in hip hop, really. The whole native tongue movement, like, that was a new direction for rap at that time. When you
It was a
think about
conscious
it, right?
rap for a conscious
rap.
The-
I'm saying that came out of like Despair, Melly Mel, all of it's just a whole new generation had branched off at that time, and y'all was actually a part of that movement. So did y'all think it was gonna be successful? Did you think that everybody would get it? Like, do you remember kind of how hip hop was at that time,
I think at that time the culture was different. The
was.
culture was more of we started understanding how our identity as black people
Sure.
within the music.